Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading an Arlecchino Listener by me. So let's get into it. The house of the hearth stood grandly against Fontaine's skyline, an imposing mansion that belied the warmth within. You and Arlecchino, despite the Harbinger's fearsome reputation, had built a life here that was surprisingly gentle sometimes. Although the nature of the house could never be concealed, and the children knew it well, there was family in there. And your mornings would start with quiet conversations over tea, and evenings that would end with whispered confessions of love under the stars. Not to mention how the children in the house were absolutely adorable at times. They were lovely, and they deserved the love that Arlecchino tried to give them. Today, however, was different. The skies were gray, and a chill hung in the air, as if foretelling the day's events. As you strolled through the streets, a soft cry caught your attention. Tucked away in an alley, shivering and alone, was a small child that couldn't have been older than 6. His clothes were tattered, and his eyes held a haunted look that tugged at your heartstrings. You knelt beside him. "Hey there," he said softly. "What's your name?" He looked at you with wide, fearful eyes. My name is Leo," he whispered, his voice barely audible over the clamor of the street. "All right, Leo. I'm Mayan. It's nice to meet you," you said gently, smiling at him. And the boy nodded hesitantly. "Come with me. You'll be safer. It's cold out here, and I promise I won't do you any harm. You see, this Melusine, she's a guard, and she knows me. You can ask her if you're worried." The kid looks at you skeptically for a moment, then nods. And after talking to the guard, and you inform her that you'll be taking him to the house, and the Melusine smiled and reassured him. And soon, the two of you were walking back to the house of the hearth, Leo's tiny hand clutching yours tightly, seeking reassurance. You hoped Arlecchino would understand. You should have probably asked her before bringing a child out of nowhere. But the house of the hearth was an orphanage, and he knew she'd be able to help one way or another. And she had a soft spot for children, even though she would never admit it. So when you arrived home to find Arlecchino in her study, a serious expression on her face as she pored over some documents, she looked up, her gaze softening when she saw you. "Back already, love?" Her eyes then fell on Leo, and they narrowed in curiosity. "And who might this be?" "This is Leo," he said gently, pushing the boy forward. "I found him on the streets. He's got no one, Arlecchino. I couldn't just leave him there." Arlecchino's expression was unreadable for a moment. She studied him, and Leo shrank back slightly, intimidated by the Harbinger. And then, to your surprise, Arlecchino knelt down to Leo's level. "Leo, is it?" Her voice was softer now, more approachable. "Do you know who I am?" Leo shook his head, eyes wide with a mixture of fear and awe. "No, I don't." "I'm Arlecchino," she said calmly, smiling gently. "This is the house of the hearth. It is my home, and it's a place for children like you. You'll be safe here, and I'll take care of you." Leo looked up at you, seeking confirmation, and he nodded encouragingly. "It's true. You're safe here." Arlecchino straightened up and looked at you. We should get him some warm clothes and a meal. He looks like he hasn't eaten in days. Oh, Arlecchino, I'm so glad you agreed. She leaned in and kissed your forehead after Leo was outside. You know I wouldn't have disagreed. This is an orphanage after all. And he seems to be a good child. And you nod. You felt the same as well. And over the next few days, Leo began to adjust to his new life. He was wary at first, but slowly, the warmth and security of the house of the hearth began to melt his own defenses. And Arlecchino, despite her stern exterior, showed a surprising amount of patience and care. And one evening, after Leo had gone to bed, you and Arlecchino sat by the fireplace, a comfortable silence enveloping you. Arlecchino's arm was draped over your shoulders, pulling you close. He started to smile more. He noted, resting your head on her chest. Arlecchino hummed in agreement. He's a strong boy. He just needed a chance. You looked up at her, love and gratitude shining in your eyes. Thank you for accepting him so readily. I know this wasn't part of the plans that you had for the house right now, and you may not have been ready for it. She chuckled, a deep, warm sound that vibrated through you. Well, plans change. Besides, how could I refuse you anything? You laughed softly, pressing a kiss to her jawline. You're too good to me. Only because you deserve it. She murmured, tilting your chin up for a proper kiss. Her lips were soft against yours, a stark contrast to the cold persona she showed the world. And as the days turned into weeks, Leo blossomed under your care. He laughed more, played with the other children, and even started calling Arlecchino father. The bond between the three of you grew stronger, and the House of the Heart had accepted its newest member.